There was a thing here from Stay Safe that I wanted to take a look about some GDKPs and bots and the economy generally in classic era. So let's see what Stay Safe has to say about this.
Hours ago, posted a thread.
Okay.
He linked my video, and this video I uploaded a couple days ago, 2 or 3 days ago.
Okay.
2 or 3 days ago, 5 days ago. Okay, here it is. Here are the upvotes, downvotes, bunch 200,
yeah, okay.
320 something comments. Okay.
Interesting.
This guy said, just your daily reminder to report them when you see them.
Report who?
Okay, so that's what he says.
But report Stay Safe or report the bots or?
By the way,
he's probably referring to like the GDKPs, right? This could refer to many things. This could refer to either Stay Safe or GDKPs or bots or whatever. Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. In this video, I never said that you should report GDKPers. I said that I think that GDKPs should be shut down by Blizzard. I think GDKP at this point is bad for the game. But I never said that you should go around reporting GDKPs.
What do you guys think? I mean, I don't know. I feel like GDKPs is it's a bad thing for the game, but I don't know if it's like, I mean, it's not the end all be all for why RMT is a big thing, or like why RMT is a thing, but it has a big impact to play with RMT being as big as it is, I think. Just ban GDKPs, 100% should be banned. Ban GDKP cringe, I dislike it. GDKP is pretty cringe, but if people want to do it, who cares? I feel like you should care if you play the game a lot and you invest time into the game. Then you should probably care a little bit about it, right? GDKPs would be fine, but WoW players are cringe and buy gold. Well, GDKPs work great in a environment where the world is perfect and nobody buys gold and everything is a happy Disney world. But it ain't. Because people buy gold, people bought, people do shit like that. And therefore, GDKP is horrible, right? Because, you know, it incentivizes all that stuff even more. I think the impact that GDKP has on the game is really bad in general, and I feel like it definitely is a big driving factor into what ruins the economy to a heavy degree. Let's be real, GDKP is not the problem. Bots are ruining the game. Well, GDKPs is not the end-all be-all for the problem, but it's a big factor to why bots are such a big deal as well, because people need gold and people buy gold, and who gets the gold? The bots does, right? GDKP is a nice loot system. In SR runs, you can just pay gold for consumes and not get loot. In GDKP, you get no loot, you always get gold. You always get something out of it for each run. I see what you're saying with that as well. I don't know. I feel like in general, I would say I'm against GDKPs. Do I think they should be banned? I mean, I don't think you can really ban them, right? Because people will always do them in some sort of degree. I feel like the most important thing is really tackling down on the gold buying and the botting and stuff, right? That's the main thing. I don't really think it's possible to really ban it, right? I feel like the gold buying and the botting and that stuff is the main problem. The GDKP stuff is just like another, you know, factor for why people buy gold. There's plenty of reasons why people buy gold, you know, outside of GDKPs as well. Sorry, a little bit of a rant. I just wanted to like hear you guys' thoughts on it. We're gonna see what he says about it as well, right? GDKPs encourage players to buy gold from gold sellers. Yes, many things do encourage players to buy gold. GDKP is one of them. All right.
They are allowed. My argument is that they should not be allowed at this point, and if you care about that, or if you want to go see why, go watch the video, I guess.
Has anyone tried a soft serve run? It's so bad. That's all I've been doing in terms of my raids when I've been pucking. I've always done soft serve. I don't really... I see why people don't like soft serve. Definitely, I do get it. I don't really personally have a big issue with it, soft serve runs personally, but... Yeah, I don't know. What do you mean, here we go? Is it really that... Is soft serve that horrible? Streamers soft serve, though? I mean, I haven't really... Show us your Shadowmourne, then. I mean, yeah, I hard reserved the shards in the Shadowmourne raid, but anything else was soft reserved. Anything else was rolled out, right? I wouldn't even bother with bots, just ban people for buying gold and no one will buy it anymore. So no need for bots and gold sellers. Yeah, it's the people that buy the gold that are the real issue, right? And let's be honest, that's a majority of the players these days. Right? I personally think soft reserve, in terms of a puck, soft reserve with a +1 is a quite good loot system, right? SR is really good if you only need 2 items. SR is bad if you're a freshie. But what do you do if you're a freshie and you're playing, you want to do a GDKP? You can't join one because you don't have gold. So what do? You buy gold so you can join the GDKP, right? You can only join, the 2 factors for like joining a GDKP is either you have a shitload of gold so you can buy items, or you are really biz geared so you can carry people so they can buy the items, right? That's the 2 ways of it. But then there's also problems with soft reserve, because why would you bring a freshly geared player into a soft reserve raid when they really don't add any DPS or any of value to the raid? So it goes both ways.
57 years later and we're still on about this. Easy but also a terrible fix. Personal loot. Job done.
Personal loot could fix it, but I definitely do think a lot of players do not like personal loot. For sure, right? I'm not a fan of rolling versus 20 other warriors in Nax 40. Yeah, you gotta pick your soft reserves correct then. It's either that or you bid against them on gold, right? Either way, the pocking culture is still bad regardless of it being GDKP or soft reserve, right? What do you think about loot council? Loot council can be very good if the people that are running the loot council aren't corrupt and aren't, you know, favoring certain things that they shouldn't do. And in most cases, loot council turns out to be a horrible decision because they just end up favoring players and there's drama. I feel like in terms of guilds, man, I don't know, like MSO, like SR MSOs +1, and then you raid with a consistent amount of players every week, so you know people get geared slowly, right? I don't know. Let's continue. Let's see what he says about it, though. It's definitely like a topic a lot of players are very up in arms about because there's so many different opinions on it, right? And let's be honest, GDKP is the main driving factor for why a lot of people play Wrath these days, even, right? People just GDKP all day long. We had Loot Council for over 4 years in my guild, and it was perfect. Loot Council is the perfect system if it works, right? If there's no drama. But if not, then it's horrible.
But
I don't know.
So this other guy responds, daily reminder, GDKP is a loot system and thinking anything from a streamer should be enough to make you seek a psychiatrist or a nearby cliff, your preference.
Oh my god. Okay.
This guy says, big mountain. This guy says, stay safe is stupid. That means this post is stupid. GDKPs are a completely fine system.
Okay.
Blizzard tolerating gold buying is not. That's the real problem. Remove this stupid troll post.
I get what they're saying, though. Like, it's a little bit of a crude way of saying it, but I do understand it, because they're essentially saying, you know, handle the gold buying. So that does make sense, that part of it, right? But they're being a rude asshole anyway, right? But regardless, though, gold buying is the big issue. I'd love to see how many GDKPs would be left when the payout just covers repairs. People wouldn't, because that's, you know, people want the big payouts. We rated with an EPGP system for years. Even though it's good, you still face problems. You will face problems with any system that you ever do.
So,
yeah,
I can give you a hyper-condensed... I'm going to hyper-condense the video down for you, the point of the video.
Okay, let's see what it says.
My point is that in a world where gold buying and gold selling does not exist, I think GDKPs are fine. They're awesome. They're great, because all of the gold existing in the GDKPs is authentically farmed by actual players as opposed to bots or gold buyers, whatever, etc. But we don't operate in that world, given that there are a lot of bots, there are a lot of gold sellers and gold buyers, and it almost goes completely unpunished by Blizzard. I think that GDKPs are bad for the game, because the existence of GDKPs offers gold buyers a never-ending reason to continue buying gold, which offers gold farmers a never-ending reason to continue farming gold and selling it. So the existence of GDKPs really, really exacerbates the gold buying, gold selling, botting dynamic. Okay, is that true? That's my entire point. Okay.
I mean, he's right about that, and that's what I said as well. Like, they do incentivize more gold buying. They are not the sole driving factor for gold buying itself, but it is adding to the problem. But the main problem at hand is the people that are buying the gold, right? you know, if you buy gold, should you do you guys think if somebody gets caught buying gold, should they get a ban, like a 30-day ban, 20-day ban, like 7-day ban? I feel like that's a way of like handling it, right? The people that buy the gold, give them like a big slap on the wrist, like a big massive ban, 7-day, like a month or something. If they do it again, you can perma them, right? So give them one warning. If they buy again, give them a perma, right? I think that's a big way of that's a way of doing it. Yeah. I don't think people should focus on gold buying, but Blizzard not banning the bots. But they are banning bots. It's not like they're not banning bots, but the real problem is the people that are actually buying the gold. Because why are the bots existing? Well, they exist because there's a market for it, right? There's a market to buy the gold from the bots. You know what I mean? Not on Classic Era. They're not banning any on Classic Era. Well, I will admit, I actually don't know how many they've done on Classic Era, but I do know in SOD and stuff like that, they have actually done it. So I can't really speak much on Classic Era. But I do know Blizzard are actually like taking a hand at the bots themselves, right? But bots are going to continue to come. If they get banned, new bot appears, right? New bot, new bot, new bot. You're doing a shit job at it though. If they have 1 GM per server, you can single-handedly find so many bots and ban them. That's true as well. I agree. Yeah. GMs would definitely be a big issue, be a big thing as well. So his argument should hold that you should ban all boosting services and expensive BOEs on the auction house. I just don't know how you would ban GDKPs. Like, how would that work? So you're not allowed to trade certain amount of gold in a dungeon, or like, are you gonna get banned if you trade a certain amount? Like, how would you ban a GDKP stuff? Like, how would that even go? How would you go around and doing that as well, right? Okay, let's see what he says.
Stay safe is probably the biggest swiper of them all. Lol.
It's just so hard to implement, because then people would just find other ways of doing it. They would do it on Discord. They would send mail after them, the gold in the mail. Like, how do you ban it? Just the bots, yes, are a big issue, but also the people buying the gold. That's the issue. You don't have to ban them. They'll die by themselves if there's no money to be made. Yeah, of course. Yeah, but that's in a perfect world, right?
Okay, I'm gonna ask you guys something. Think what you want of me, right? Okay. You can call me whatever name you want.
Yeah.
Do you think that I'm a gold buyer? Do you think that I am a gold buyer?
No.
You can call me like first off, I'm not a gold buyer. Second off, I don't think that I give off gold buyer vibes.
Nah, he doesn't.
Most of my content is fucking farming gold. Seriously, Peyo's. I think Peyo's probably a gold buyer. Yeah, I think.
Oh,
in fact, I think. By the way, I think most streamers are buying gold. I think that most players these days are farming or are buying gold.
I will say, I have never bought gold. Okay, and listen, you can believe it if you want, but I have never bought gold. Okay, Genasi, thank you for the 19 months. I have never bought gold ever. Okay, genuinely, that is true and that is real.
I think most people are buying gold these days. I do think so. 100% I think so.
And the thing is, I don't think a lot, I mean, maybe some streamers do, but I feel like a lot of streamers don't need to buy gold because they get so many handouts. Let's be real, and let's just be honest here. A lot of streamers, they don't buy gold because they just get so much gold from the viewers, right? And did some of those viewers buy gold? Who the fuck knows? Maybe some of them did, right? So maybe it's like second-hand gold buying, I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. So keep this guy's name in mind. This guy, big. Hold up. Let me check the reply. Can I see this? The reply says, okay, this guy Grief. He's the one that posted the thread.
Okay.
He said, I won't lie. I didn't even watch the video. I just saw the title and shared it. But whatever he said is true. Along with all the comments on the video. Ban GDKPs. It killed Era. Era is trash now thanks to y'all.
I will just say, I think the Era server, regardless of there being GDKP or not, would end up having a shit economy eventually. It's just because there's nothing new in the game that gets released. So that's just how it goes. Nothing new gets released. There's no new gold sinks, no new levels. It just ends up being a shit economy eventually. Alright? It's not... GDKPs, yes, have a factor for that too, but again, it just ends up like that. It's an MMO. It always been these things. Exactly. What's up, Shifty? Good to see you, bro.
Bro, this guy
was never going to be able to self-sustain. I agree.
Didn't even watch the video, and he's out here reposting the video on the Battle.net forums, saying that we should ban or that we should report all GDKPers when that's not even what I said to do in the fucking video. Okay, all right, and then what happened? Okay, hold up, let me scroll down. Okay, this is where he said I didn't even watch the video. These people are hopeless. These people are hopeless. By the way, these people, when they vote, these are real people, and they have the right to vote, and their vote matters just as much as yours does, by the way, in our beautiful system we call democracy.
He's getting a little tilted here.
The guy that called me a moron, Big Mountain here, he responded by saying,
I will say it is a little bit weird to like, get a video and then share it and then like disagree with it without watching it, but
is completely fine.
That's how it goes. Okay.
This is the guy that
I think he's about to log in. I think.
To a classic era server, okay?
Yeah, he wanted to log in and look at the auction house, I think.
I'm logging into the white main classic era server. I'm in the auction house.
You hate StaySafe? I mean, you can dislike him or like him or whatever you want, but I'm just trying to like argue for the sake of what the subject is about, not really if you like StaySafe or not, right? I'm just trying to talk about the subject itself, right? If you like it or not, that's up to you, obviously.
What item do you think I should look up? What do you guys want to see? Let's see how fucked up this economy is. Okay. Let me do Staff of Jordan. 14,000 gold.
15. That's kind of bad. Okay, that's kind of bad.
Staff of Jordan on classic era is 14,000 gold.
Okay.
And this is fine. And this is fine. This is fine. This is totally fine. This is.
I wonder what people make in one GDKP, man. That is kind of fucked up, man.
Black Lotus, 164 gold.
That's not okay. That's a lot, but that's not that bad compared to, compared to 14k for Staff of Jordan.
Flask of Supreme Power, 750 gold.
Okay, that's bad. Yeah, okay, that's bad.
You want to use a Flask of Supreme Power for your Molten Core run, you need to pay 750 gold.
I mean, honestly, GDKPs or not, gold buying or not, this would have happened eventually in a server that doesn't progress. That's just how it is, right? It is what it is. That's why people crave what's called a fresh, where the whole thing gets reset and people can go from the beginning. That's why a lot of people crave that as well, right? GDKPs, yes, makes it worse for sure, but I definitely do think the big problem, the big player is the bots and the people that buy the gold. That is the major thing that really drives the whole shebang, I guess you could say. Regardless though, I'll link the VOD here. And that, I don't know, it was an interesting topic. What is that? That's not the VOD name. There you go. There you go. What the fuck? I'll link it there. Well, we do have a raid we're doing quite presently on my warrior personal loot. If they were to add personal loot, would you guys like it? Or like one for yes, 2 for no for personal loot? I'm just interested to hear you guys' thoughts on it. One. It's actually quite 50-50. Interesting. Frick personal loot? No. Yeah, it's actually quite 50-50. Interesting. Okay. I can see both sides of it, obviously. I do think personal loot fixes a lot of issues that would happen with GDKPs and so on and so forth, but it also brings a lot of bad things with it as well, right? It would bring bad things, and it would, destroy some things that are, not so bad and such. That are bad, sorry. Personal will just have guild boosting, which is it's the same with GDKP when it comes to gold buying. Yeah, that there might be other ways that people could go around it, because let's be honest, if there's a way that people can abuse a system for personal gain, they will definitely do so, right?